James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Welcome to Silent Hill 2. I decided to be mute for that because it is such a great cutscene, and the mystery of this game is always fun to explore, whether you're new to the game or experienced. So, this is about the third or fourth time I have tried to record this due to some of the issues with this enhanced edition, but regardless, this is Silent Hill 2, a beloved game from 2001, a sequel to the PS1 title from 1999. However, it does not have much to do about the same storyline except for the town that it's set in. So, if you've watched the Silent Hill 1 playthrough, good for you. I will not try to say much throughout this playthrough, at least during cutscenes and whatnot, and spoiler areas, because this game has a beautiful story. It's got sensitive subjects, depressing subjects, horror and disturbing, just things in general, you know, what you can expect from this franchise. But this is the one that everyone loves the most, I would say. If they don't love this one the most, it's either 1 or 3, I feel. The remake's good. I think Silent Hill 2 in general, the old one, is better. But that's personal opinion. This is the Enhanced Edition. It's a way of playing the old game with higher graphics and widescreen, more importantly, because the old one was a 4:3 ratio. And I feel like this game deserves to be seen as best it can be. Also, if you notice, there was a little bit of a static or grain on the screen during the cutscene and whatnot. That is deliberate, and that is part of the game. It can be turned off. It will not be turned off. So there you go. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the only thing I will say beforehand is this game has a lot of deep lore and meaning, and where there's things that you're confused about, there's either it goes far deeper than you think it does, or it is more simple than you're trying to make it to be. But nearly everything in this game has a lot of deep hidden symbolism and psychology things that you have to look into. I myself am not an expert on those things. I do, however, default to people who are more experienced with it, like the Super Best Friends, Max Darrett, Nub Zombie, so on and so forth. But I will try to save spoilers the roundup for the end of the game. Either way, there are 6 endings in the first Silent Hill 2 game. There's 2 additional ones that have been added in the remake, which I will admit they are good. I like them. I didn't mind them being a part of it, actually. 2 remake is a love letter to Silent Hill fans that really enjoy this one, because some people only play this one. And because it's a separate story from like 1 and 3, it is it's fine to just see this one, but I do recommend getting some first-hand experience with Silent Hill 1. Anyway, we'll also talk about something that I feel has been unfortunate for the franchise because of this game. Well, let's not worry about that right now. Let's get into it again. Also, when the game was originally on PS2, it had 4 endings you could get. One of them is a New Game Plus. When the Greatest Hits and other versions of that came out, they added 2 additional endings and a sub-scenario called Born from a Wish. The lady with the pink highlights and the blonde hair, his name is Maria. The Born from a Wish scenario lets you play as her for a little bit. So we're going to play the main one first, and then we'll get to that one later. Let's get into it. I'll play easy just so I can describe things better, instead of having to worry about my fucking life and survival. And riddle level is normal, because that's the one I know the best.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
To be determined. Also, that little camera judder right there, that is something that's been happening with this Enhanced Edition. I don't know what it's about, and I wish it would stop. Anyway, so in that moment, James was looking at himself in the mirror. His name is James Sunderland, by the way. You'll get to know him very well. Some people claim that when he's looking in the mirror during that cutscene, if you turn up the brightness, you could see James kind of staring back at the player. That is not the case. It's just how it looks. But yeah, he just kind of waves his hand over his face to kind of get his bearings and come to terms with what's going on right now. So we'll worry about that in a second. This is Hebrew writing, and the symbol right here is, I believe, for a demon called Lilith. I believe the same Lilith that we're all familiar with. And here is a poster for Heaven's Night, which is a strip club here in this part of Silent Hill, the resort town area, with a very familiar face on the picture. Let's go into more story.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
If you had the chance to find out, wouldn't you try? So, welcome to Silent Hill. Let's leave Silent Hill. This is the road I came in on. There's no point in going back. So, Mr. James Sunderland his model is kind of based on his voice actor named Guy Seehee, who he and the voice actor who plays Eddie got the job by taking their daughters to audition for the role of Laura, who's the little girl that we saw in the intro. Their daughters didn't get the role, however, they got their character, or they got parts in the game, obviously. But James is kind of modeled after Guy Seehee, and if you look at an old picture of Guy Seehee, you'd see the resemblance and whatnot. However, the outfit choice is one that Jacob Singer wears in Jacob's Ladder, a movie that is a high inspiration for Team Silent and this game in particular. This is the Silent Hill map that we're going to be working with. This car has some significance to it, and I'll talk about that at the end of the game. But in case we wanted to take a gander at the map, we're at the observation deck right now. Spoilers, this little walk-up is going to be blocked, so we can't go up this 73 County Way or whatever. But we will have to go around through the little wiggly path down there. But let's see what's over here, too. I do believe this is Eddie's van. Man has came to town. Same with James. This gate is blocked, but we do see Paleville National Park is 10 miles away, and a little bit weird, the Paleville is 10 miles. Brahms is 26.5 miles, the town that Sybil is from the first Silent Hill game. I don't believe it's 26 and a half miles away, especially because old Silent Hill says it's 50 miles away. And, you know, I'm not going to have a car in this, but I'm able to walk from here down Nathan Avenue, up Sanford, all the way to Paleville, which is where Lakeside Amusement Park is, that is featured in Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 3. So that's the lower area of the last map that you go to in the first Silent Hill game. So I think the math may be wrong there, but that's not important. It really isn't. We are in Silent Hill, Maine, a fictional town located in the East Coast. Some people say Centralia, Pennsylvania, but that's just part of an inspiration. That is not where it is located. Alright. And as you can see... Oh, Enhanced Edition. I am starting to doubt your credentials ever more so. Anyway. Taking a stroll down this path. Pretty eerie place. As you can probably guess, we're already in the fog world as it goes on. Now, Silent Hill 1 and really a lot of the other entries in the franchise, the fog world and the other world do something a little differently than what Silent Hill 2 does. So, if someone says they know Silent Hill, but they only know Silent Hill 2, their perspective on the franchise is a little askew. But that's alright. We'll see more about that as it comes on. Also, as James runs, he gets a little winded. There's something in the well. What's that? Looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. It gives me a weird feeling. So, save points are these little red squares. In the first game, they were little notepads because Mr. Harry Mason was a writer. James is a clerk. So, that has nothing to do with the red squares. In fact, it has other deep meanings that we'll get to later. Hey, a character.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your
No,
problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
So, she didn't drop her name, but if I'm to pick it up, it is Angela Orozco. And we will learn a lot more about her later. They go into her story a little more in some comics, but yeah, we'll touch on that later.
What is it?
Oh. Nothing. Sure is quiet here, huh?
I guess. Aren't you looking for someone?
That's right.
What is it?
Oh.
Okay. I like seeing what dialogue can be found if there is any. But, yeah. So, one thing that people used to talk about when it came to Silent Hill is the weird delivery of the voice actors to the point where people thought that they were not great voice actors. And despite their level of experience and whatnot, they actually are doing a great job, not only just from a personal opinion, but they are deliberately speaking in these ways because there is significance that will be delved into much later. But the creators of this game were interested in a lot of things. Jacob's Ladder, the works of Stephen King, Twin Peaks, all that kind of stuff. So it you get quite an interesting atmosphere going on. I got it. I'll just drive to town. Why didn't I think about it before? Can I read that? No trespassing, keep out. So this is the Silent Hill Ranch. The only reason I bring... Oh, Enhanced Edition, why are you doing this to me? The reason I bring it up is because this sign right here, in the HD collection, which was a total bumble, because they didn't have a lot of the original assets, they didn't have music, they didn't have the same voice actors, but there were settings for at least 2 to switch back to the original voice actors. But 3, they did a terrible, terrible thing with that. Anyway, when they loaded the textures on here, they instead changed the... I guess they didn't have the asset for it, so... This Silent Hill Ranch was written in Comic Sans, which is where a joke comes in on the remake, because you can find the old sign that has the Comic Sans font just like discarded and stuff. So they acknowledge the past. Plus, it wasn't made by Team Silent. Bloober Team, you certainly made it into a love letter to everyone who'd been following up on the series up to that. I don't see it. I know nearby there should be a wooden log. But I guess I'm not going to see it because it's the first playthrough on these saves. But there's a New Game Plus weapon of the chainsaw that you can get if you beat the game, obviously, and it's like just stuck in and revving in a giant log. So pretty powerful. Fun fact about that, Guy C, when he was working with Team Silent, they didn't really know how to use a chainsaw, and he has a lot of experience with manufacturing and handling of chainsaws, so he showed them how it was supposed to go. And there's a fun idle animation or like reaction that he does where he lifts it up over his head and just screams, and it's great. Also, the game is traditionally in 3D maneuvering, so it's like tank controls, how the first game was, but there is an option to switch it to 2D settings. That's what I've done. There's also a button configuration to change, or the game's supposed to have James walking like this, but I have it on for this mode to be fast. I don't know where every single collectible is in this game, but I do know about nearly every single collectible in this game. And I'm going to be trying to avoid picking up certain ones just so I can get as much lore as I can. Will it take longer? Yeah. But if this is your first time seeing the game and you chose to stick with me, glad to have you. The Roadrunner. I think that's a bar, but it's not one you see. Where are we? We are migrating down. Let's go towards the village. Flowers. Celebrating 70 years in your... something, your business. Probably thanks for your business or something. I know there's a health pickup somewhere near here. A cool thing for this game is when you're near a collectible on the ground, this is before they like really illuminated stuff. They were a lot more subtle with things. If James can see something that he can pick up, his head will gravitate towards it a little more. Like there's a health kit over here. First aid kit. Well, he didn't, but I assure you that is a thing. And I have seen this game a countless amount of times. Yet it will still get me, I'm sure. A little bit of spookums. think that's the flower shop. Yeah. Alright, James, me boy. Are these marks blood? Well, that's peculiar. That shadow just now. Let's not follow it. That shadow just now bothers me. What was that? James is like, no, we need that. To be fair, besides Angela, it's the only sign of life that we've had so far. We're on Lindsay Street, eh? More blood. Love to see it. Somebody must. Where am I? Lindsay and Vox. Okay. I foresee no complications with this. So yeah, there you go. James is looking at a health drink right now. That way, you can keep and here's the jarring save screen. Love it. Oh shit, there's another health drink. Probably quick save. Creepy town, creepy town. There's something about this part that I'll mention later. Let's fucking go!
Is it dead? What the hell is it? It's not human.
So, that... Oh, dead. Could have been that creature? What's going on in this town? There's a corpse here. That's fun. So, this creature that we just fought is called a lying figure. There is some symbolism with the name, but it's mostly just, you know, kind of resembling a corpse in a body bag because of how its arms are tied. Now, that one didn't do it because I killed it way too quick, but there is a gash in the middle of its chest that acts as kind of a mouth that spews out a bit of an acid spray, I would say. And we don't want that. Yeah. But the fun fact for this creature is the design was inspired when late night at Team Silent, they were had a coworker who had his arms in his hoodie and was just kind of like coolly walking down the hallway, and it kind of disturbed I think Masahiro Ito, the creature designer and really one of the big souls of the game, and made this cool guy.
Oh, yeah. This thing broken? What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
I know I do. So that's our radio. Like in the first Silent Hill, we have that to indicate when monsters are nearby. Bloody footprint, always good. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, though. Alright, now... I think I just got turned around again. No, I'm alright. Now that we've... Oh, come on. Alright. Now that we've encountered our first monster, I'm sure that'll be the last we ever see of any of them again. I'm going to try and use the safe spot a lot. Less frequently. Alright. Scared like a cockroach. Oh, in the tank. So, another thing you may notice about these... the confirm about these creatures is they're wearing boots and their ass is hanging out quite a bit. They're a little sexualized, no big deal. It probably doesn't mean nothing. At least one would hope. Alright. So, as mentioned, I know a lot about this game. I don't know where everything is. So, we're going to take the slow, long, and deliberate gander at everything that we can. And it wouldn't be Silent Hill without a no way back once you're in this hellhole. Health drink! Oh, yeah! Kombucha strikes again! But as these lying figures are on the ground, they make kind of a... oh, thank God I found this. A skittering cockroach noise, and... you know, it's disgusting, to say the least. Alright. Something is written on it. Too bad I can't read it because the surface has been rubbed away. Remains of, I think it's Blood Swamp. The founders of land surrounding this monument was originally swamp, but was later filled in. I don't remember, like, long ago, something... oh, yeah. Why the founders nicknamed Blood Swamp because the founders poured water... something... to wash the... something in here. Perhaps it's from... or for that many people from to have some in the area. These things do have textures elsewhere that you can figure out things on. Let me check what this was real quick. Okay, so it's supposed to say remains of Blood Swamp, the X meters of land surrounding this monument was originally swamp, but was later filled in. From long ago, the swamp was nicknamed Blood Swamp because the executioners poured the water used to wash the execution tools in here. Perhaps it is for that reason many people seem to have seen ghosts in the area. Alright. We will talk about stuff like that later on, too.